Let's go.
Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the Queen City of Cincinnati and Paul Brown Stadium right on the banks of the Ohio River. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Cincinnati Bengals. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line.
Let's go, baby. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the safety creep. Check. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Check, check 43. Kill. 54. Jam. Check, crunch. 59. Check 24, check 24. Check 50, check 50. 55. Hey, 9 up.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
56. You don't want this. 55. Check the backer. Check 3. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Push him back. Check. Lucky. Watch twist.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for Cincinnati. 59 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Check 3. Kill. 56 to Mike. 59. Yeah. You don't want none.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White.
Drop deep. 59. Under 54. Under crunch. Check. Hey, 31. Check 31. Switch. Out.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
56. Watch the run. Watch the run. That's soft, baby. That's baby soft. He's coming. 64. Let him go.
Throwing on third down, Watson. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Certainly not what they wanted defensively. We're hoping to hold them to a field goal. Instead, they're able to convert the 3rd and long here on the opening drive.
So not only was it a flip in field position and a flip in fortunes, but how about mentally? You just described it. They were hoping to force him into a field goal there. Instead, they give up the big gain, and now it's 1st and goal. The offense has got them on their heels.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. On the ground, McCaffrey. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
3rd down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop. Here's Watson on the sneak, and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Deshaun Watson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he will take this one all the way back inside the 35-yard line.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Brown. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Brown. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. This from 44 yards away. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there, because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things, because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice, get rid of it, live to fight another down.
Now a run with McCaffrey. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
24's down, he's coming. Let's get it. Slam, slam. 59. Short. Down and go.
Watson on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. So possession 1 ended in 6. Possession 2 likely going to end in a punt.
Yeah, that's okay. They've just got to get back to what they worked on in the opening drive and continue to make a few adjustments along the way. It won't be exact because the defense will make a few adjustments themselves. Just get back to your game plan.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Here we go. Set. 18 Gator. Double time. Blue Jack Corker. Got 4 down. 34. Eyes on 34. Rush in. Hey, watch it. Go. Flare. Hey, switch gears. Check safety.
They go right back to the ground here, and Brown. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
4 down. Check.
Here's 2nd and 8. Flushed out right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Ready.
They'll set up to throw. He's able to find Wallace. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Shift! Watch the shift! Switch. Lock it. Come on, switch it. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Shift, shift, shift. Set, go!
Looking to throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Watson on 1st down. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. You ain't going nowhere. 56 to Mike. Alert. 6 is to Mike. 3 buzz. Slam. Alert flow.
Man, what is...
Shift. Check 9.
Watson just beating the play clock. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
The throw down the field caught by his running back. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. A big play there for the Bengals. And even 50 yards. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Oh, come on.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Terry McLaurin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
That drive was quick and impressive. Almost like they had somewhere else they needed to be after the game.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion. to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday press it a little bit. This might be the case.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And the ball moved up here now to 2nd and 7 following the penalty. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Ready, set.
They go with Brown. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Okay, ready. Go.
On first down, Brown. There he goes again. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Let's go.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Check, check, check.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 2nd down now, it's Brown. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
61. Matchbox, light. Here we go.
Mike, 53. 53.
Man.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Hey, why? Who? Watch 24. Gone. Check out 3. Slam. Dog. Slam.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
Ready, go.
They'll look to throw.
Oh.
It will be incomplete.
Come on, man. This nigga caught a pass with 3 people on him.
But they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league,
This nigga can't catch a pass with somebody touching him.
So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Come on now. Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Wide. Get wide.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson escaping the pressure right. Finds a man on the crossing route. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
56. Hey, here we go. 56 to Mike.
59.
On 1st and 10, Watson. They'll find Everett there, complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
Check 56. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Showing up. 36. Whip.
From the 50, it's Watson. Dancing to his left. Now he'll pull it down, and he'll get it down here to the 43. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Switch. Check three.
Now a first down throw, Watson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd.
I got it. Check. Charlie. 53 to see it. Oh, 53. Hey, pick your game up. No. Ready.
Now back to throw. And that is incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Check. Hey, alert! Joker. Put it on. Safety creek. Hey.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Check, crunch.
Watson from the gun on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20.
You lucky I was right there with him, though. If he would have threw it right, it might have been picked. Oh, the run. Oh, I thought you meant the running back. Man, don't start crying. You got that damn long pass. Don't even start.
It has not been a very fruitful game
Three
offensively.
people on him. I should be crying.
Made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come
Look at that.
Field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
You up.
They'll run it here with Brown. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
2nd and 9 now. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
I had him too. I had circle wide open.
The problem is nobody was faked
That
out.
was just a bad call.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
I mean, he got in there too quick.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Check your backer, check your backer.
Squeeze, get in there. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Go.
He'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Right there, 56.
And 31.
Hatchet.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Oh, they hit
Go
him in the
for it.
backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
Let's go, baby.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Spins past him. With it is Brown. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him
Come
complete.
on, baby.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Texans on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line.
Let's go.
We need a big play.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Switch. 24.
Out of the gun, Watson. Looking left sideline, it's complete. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
56. Check 56.
Hey, watch the lane.
Out.
He's coming.
54.
He's coming. Double up. 56. Mike.
59.
56.
Let's go.
On 1st down, it's Watson. He'll buy some time right. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
He's coming.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line.
Let's go, baby. We need a play.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
After the sack on first down, Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Now the Bengals on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
57, Mike 57.
3-4.
54.
54. Mike 57.
Oh, you got deep? Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Kill.
From the gun, here's Watson. He wants it all for the end zone. And that is caught. He's got
That was a good play.
Touchdown.
I should not have pressed you.
A big play there.
I came into the game saying do not press ever, and I just did it. I said that coming in, do not press him that fast receiver. Ain't did it not once the game. As soon as I did it, you hit me. That was my bad. I should not have did that.
How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom indeed. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Dang.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Wow. One mistake. Fucking cost me. Should not have did that.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
2nd and 5. Nowhere to escape,
Dang.
and he goes down. Great job defensively. I
I
think he was
did not
trying to go
want to
through his
do-
progressions,
I
find
should
someone to get
have
rid of the
not
football.
done that.
Before he
Now
knew it, he
my
was on his
whole game
back.
is
So
done.
it just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job
Basketball.
defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away
That's his
and
jack, man.
incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on
Good
3rd
game,
down, but
man.
what
That
an
jack,
effort
man.
to get his hand on
I
that one,
swear, I
knock
haven't did it all
away,
game.
and brings
I
up a
said I'm
4th
not
down
gonna do
decision.
it. As soon as I do it, you hit me over the top, huh?
On 4th down. So trailing
Gotta
here
be
in the last
disciplined,
quarter. Let's see
man.
how this plays
I will
out.
give you. I gave you that underneath stuff all day. I should not have did that.
Mike.
Lock it. Here I come.
Check 4.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's got his man. That's Wallace. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Going for Metcalf on the deep, and that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. So because of the yards after the catch, they'll wisely decline the PI.
Yeah, since it was pass interference, they would have gotten the yardage at the spot of the foul. But as you correctly noted, a little bit of run after catch for them. That extra yardage made it easy to decline the penalty.
Yeah.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And that'll set them back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Second and 15. Got a man. It's Brown. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
He's checking. Lock off. Slam. Ready, go.
They'll set up to throw. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And that will be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Squeeze, get in there. Now. Rush in.
Hey, watch that.
You're out.
Alert flare. Hey, switch gears.
Go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And
I shifted, I doubled, and I ID'd him.
On the play. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going, and a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Check safety.
Throwing now, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Despite the lead here in the 4th,
yeah, I put all my speed players
Not
back
content
there.
to sit on this lead at
I'm
all.
telling you,
To
I
me, it
prepared
raises
for
the
this. I
question
knew
of
what you was going to do.
what's right in this game
They
nowadays.
gave you that one
Do you
bomb,
sit on
and
the
then
ball
I
and
made
run
a
it because you have
critical
enough of a
mistake
lead?
and did something I knew not to do. Press you. You see, I haven't pressed you all game.
Have some fun. On 2nd and 10, Watson. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Let's go, team.
Back to throw, Watson. Flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Bang, bang, watch twins, watch twins. Slam, slam, slam. Shoot, shoot, shoot. High 7, let's go. Let's go.
2nd and long.
Look at that, man. That's max. That's what I'm telling y'all. Them blitzes. I'm max protect. You ain't did it all game, but still. Max protect, ID in the mic, and them blitzes still get through. I don't want to hear y'all complain about the game, man. Y'all do the stuff and then complain when other people do it. You have no complaints. That glitchy stuff you running. Offense, you move players, all that stuff.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Good game.
And this is dropped in incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game.